Hello and welcome back to the final entry in the Toy Unboxing Advent Calendar, day 24. As we continue and conclude with the theme of idols, because what better way to celebrate Christmas than with idols? Well, we're going to cap it off with the savior of all of G1, that's right. It is reformatted Symphony and Synonyx. Now, this is a homage here to, well, this is a really fun Mastermind Creations reformatted release here. Like, just even this box art, because these are deep-cut homages using their Chrome Dome and Rewind molds to Transtech Cheetor, an unproduced version of Cheetor who got homaged in Transformers Animated, and, of course, the savior of G1 herself from Transformers Kiss Players, Rosanna. That's right. They went and full on, yeah, you can see them back here, holding hands and stuff. But yeah, the thing that's great about this box art here that I need to highlight is, it was wonderful when we saw this, is that they just straight up emulated the style of the Kiss Players box art. Like, this is fantastic right here. This is how you do a deep cut homage. Like, oh my god, seriously. What fun. What absolute fun. As someone who does not have, like, a distaste for Kiss Players like some people do, don't get me wrong, there are things I do find distasteful about Kiss Players. There is other stuff that I will honestly defend. But, yeah, I will get into that if I ever decide to, get lynched at a TFCon panel. So, we got a bunch of accessories here. We got some guns. We got some hands. And, yeah, and we've got the, aforementioned holding hands. I don't know if I'll use this one, but, yeah, let's get these figures open and let's take a look at the pair. Again, like, this is their Chrome Dome mold here. And it is based off the More Than Meets the Eye design for Chrome Dome. This particular design here, which actually works really well for Cheetor as a concept. And then, of course, we got, like, the Rewind repaint in the Rosanna. Rosanna being a Kiss Players repaint of the Rewind Eject molds. And Rosanna's whole character she was from the second phase of Kiss Players as fiction. At which point in the fiction, the Kiss Players were no longer doing the whole, like, IKEA, oh, we're powering up by kissing, larger Transformers and merging with them and becoming, nude girls inside the bodies that are drawn like they're under 18, even though they are, I think the youngest one was only 16, and yet she was drawn like she was 12. So go figure. Like, two of them were full adults. Like, yeah, just to be clear on Kiss Players. Anyway, though, this is from the second phase when they became idols and ended up gaining a whole bunch of time-traveling escapades. And, Primus shows up at one point. Ravage shows up at one point. Like, it's a whole eclectic mix. But we're going to start here with the Cheetor because, we need to do the idol's bodyguard first. And, yeah, it is a case of just the Transtech design for Cheetor is very similar to this conceptually. It was also homaged in Blur from Transformers Animated, as I mentioned, who then himself got redone into Cheetor from Transtech, like for the Transformers Collectors Club. This is not done in the same colors that people think of as Transtech Cheetor, because those colors that people have seen like in artwork and stuff like that they were made up whole cloth by Fun Publications when they did their Transtech comics using the old Draxel Jump designs and did their own fiction for the Transtech stuff. This is just straight up going for the classic blue and yellow colors for Cheetor. And I mean, it works pretty well. Like, we've got these new blades here. These are new parts. We got, like, the spots all over the place. I'm kind of sad they didn't go with those same hexagonal spot design that they used in Transformers Animated when they did Cheetor, because Derek Wyatt still wanted to keep the spots but keep it from being too organic. And I really like the touch here of how it looks almost like, oh, I didn't even notice this here. Like, this is really cool. This is unintentional, I think. But, yeah, we've got this head here, which I kind of wish this was not painted. This was not cast in blue, because it looks like a cheetah head right here from the side. I did not notice this in any of the pics until I just started posing this right now. It looks like a cheetah head here with, like, a couple of paws, but just without detail. They're just reaching out. Like, this is a really cool concept. It works really well. So let's transform Cheetor then. All right, we already did another version of this mold in this whole thing there. We did the Joker version, so this isn't exactly like brand spanking new. So I do have some familiarity with how this goes. The main X factor for me is these blades, because I don't know how those will impact, breaking this whole thing down. But yeah, we can see here, we got this back here. I guess we need to unpeg the blades from the legs there. And then we can bring everything down. That's all released. So now we can bring these legs down, bring them around, what else? Bring the knees out, fold in these bits here just to solidify the legs. Again, like, this is one I was excited for. I'm a big Beast Wars fan. Cheetor's great. Not my favorite character in Beast Wars, but, solid character. And it's always fun to get new Cheetor toys. These come up here. Yeah, we bring these around. And then we have the whole song and dance here with the feet, which is fun. So yeah, so we bring the feet out here. And then, yeah, these come up. Right. That's right. These come up here because these lock those in place. And then we can swivel these around and bring everything down. And yeah, bring these down, and these should lock into the wheels over here just to keep them from spinning. And then we should be able to just, I didn't lock this in the right place. Hold up. Yeah, so bring these around, lock this, and then we can bring out the heel spurs. And there's the feet. Legs are all pretty much done now. Oh, I'm wondering if this is a new piece, actually. I'll have to take a look at my Chrome Dome and stuff. I'm curious now, because I really like how this gives the whole look of just the cheetah head, even though it's the wrong color to really properly work. Also really cool here. Oh, I didn't even notice this. What they did for the wheels. Oh, this is all clear plastic here around the wheels. It's all solid normally, but they made the entire outer part of the wheels here in clear plastic. And what that does is it evokes that whole look of the original Transtech designs where you had just these, these hollow wheels on both the front and back. It doesn't work as well on the front here because these are opaque in the center. So it doesn't work quite as well there, but on the back wheels, like, oh my god, this looks fantastic here. Like, just through the camera, you can see it looks really good. So anyway, we're going to keep transforming this, though, now that I'm done getting excited for a second. So I'm going to bring those down. We're going to, bring these around. Bring these wheels down and up. Down and up. These come up to the sides. These come up to the sides. This was an exclusive at BotCon this year. Where did they do BotCon this year? I can't remember now, honestly. But yeah, I guess that the new BotCon, which is has a mix of it's not run by Fub Publications anymore. It has different owners. That being said, I don't want to get into politics too much, but there are still some connections to the old BotCon in terms of the management, and I'm not going to go into that. But yeah, so that's going to be a mileage may vary thing. But yeah, so we've got the arms down here. I need to figure out the blades still for a sec. But now that we got those, we can do the rest of the body. And that is going to be just nice and simple. So we just bring this up, fold this around, bring this back down. And then we can just start pulling pieces out, unclipping stuff. Bringing this up here, bring this down. And now we should be able to, pivot the entire head around, like so. Bring this back down, back in. Oof. Yeah, we're almost done now. Home stretch, home stretch. Bring these up here. Seal all this stuff back up, like this. And then I guess we just need to adjust the hands and the way the blades go here. This is new, the way that this whole blade assembly, so I'm not entirely sure offhand how this goes. Do these pop off, or... No, they don't pop off because they're still hinged over there on the pin. But we do need to bring them around. So I guess we can do that just by taking them out like this. And yeah. Bringing them out. Yeah, bringing them off like this here. Bending the elbows, and yeah, just spinning these around, yeah, out, spinning these around, just to get these blades in a more rational spot. Again, this is kind of tricky here. There's probably another joint to these blades somewhere that I'm missing, but yeah. Let's bring these wheels back up, bring the blades around, and then, yeah, and then we just lock everything in place. And there we have, yeah, once we adjust these, we have a Transtech Cheetor right here. And as for, you know, Cheetor's just the bodyguard, so we're going to just jump ahead, and we are going to transform Rosanna now from her, you know, just data. It's just a generic tape type thing. You know, it's inspired by the alt mode that Rewind had in the comics, though it's not necessarily accurate to it, actually. But it was, the whole idea was that it was like a data stick of some kind. Rewind's was more of like a USB stick, the way that it was presented in the comics there, but they went with a more cassette type look when they did the actual toy for this. You know, it's ultimately, it's their toy, their design choice. I'm not going to complain about it. But yeah, it's cast in some really nice pink plastics here that really like nail the look of the Rosanna aesthetic on this toy. So we get those open here. And then I guess we need to, yeah, the feet are just plugged in up here on the torso. So we need to unpeg these. Yeah, so we unpeg those and bring the feet back down. Around. And then these are all going to come up. Yeah, close everything up at the back. Let's see. Yeah, close these at the back. Fold out the actual toes here. Yeah, fold out the toes like so. Out, out, in. And then these are just going to come up inside. Store in like that. Almost done. And then, yeah, we just bring the arms around. Adjust the elbows a bit. And then we just need to do the dramatic head reveal. And once we do that and get the new head out, we will have the proper savior of G1. Yeah, so there is Rosanna there in her robot mode. Yeah, so Rosanna looks really good. Yeah, we've got that same heart iconography here that the original Rosanna toy had on the shoulder, which is nice. It's just straight up a straight repaint of Rewind with no changes. But the actual design of Rewind's body actually does lend itself to, you know, a more feminine aesthetic, just by virtue of how everything is built. Yeah. What we got here for posability and stuff, just to show off here. Yeah, we got the shoulder pads that move up and down, as you can see. Head is on a ball joint, and again, just to do a close-up on the head sculpt, it's just the Rewind head. It's even got the little camera there still. Yeah, so meanwhile, the arms here, a little bit of a butterfly joint to them. We got a swivel up there. We got a swivel up here. You know, so some good range. The arms also go around like this. You know, the shoulders get a little bit in the way, but you can kind of shift them out of the way. So good range of motion here in the shoulders. What else here? Elbows are about 90 degrees. No, more than 90 degrees. Elbows go up to about there. So that's good. And then we just got these wrist articulation right there. It's just a ball jointed wrist. Nice and simple. Nice and simple. Let's see what else. Waist. We do have a waist. We have an ab crunch as well. Like, ab crunches are great. And yeah, oh my god, just the fact that there's an ab crunch. Let's see. We got legs. Legs are ball jointed. Good range of motion. Well, no, actually, no, they're not ball jointed, but it's still good range of motion. Universal joints. Yeah, so those go around like that. Let's see. We got the knee bend here. Knee bend is about 90 degrees. Yeah, we can get a little bit more than 90, I guess. If we unpeg the knee over here, you can get a little bit more. But it's, you know, meant to be like more of a 90 degrees bend. And then, yeah, for ankles, we got the ankle tilts, as you saw during the transformation. And I guess we have these heels down here as well, too. Like, if we really want to pull out these heels, we can. Like, I think these are meant, yeah, these, posing-wise, I think these are just meant to go inside, but we do have them for extra support. But, yeah. So, Rosanna looks really, really good. She is fantastic. We got a bunch of accessories in the bag here, too. And these ones are meant for Rosanna, I think. Because we got a couple of guns here that look very evocative of the G1 pistols. Plus, they're painted in the same colors here as Rosanna's highlights. So, yeah, it's pretty clear that these are meant for her. Yeah, let's take a look at these here. Yeah, these are just like rewind style guns. So they do have pegs that come out here, so they can be handheld. Alternatively, we have them fold up like this, and we can just peg them into the back like so. And then we can get just those characteristic kibble there that you generally associate with the rewind. Sadly, there's no microphone included. That would have been nice. It'd be cool if they had done a new piece that was like a microphone or something like that, but oh well. Yeah. There is Rosanna. We also have some other accessories in here too. We have a new hand. It's just the one hand that Rosanna comes with, it looks like. Yeah, we've got an open hand that we have as an option. And I guess for, singer, I mean, something like that makes sense. But yeah, we only have the one hand. I'm just going to leave these ones in though. And then we're going to go and we're going to take a look at Cheetor here. So Cheetor. Yeah, Cheetor's head sculpt here, as I mentioned, he is just a homage to the Transtech design. And yeah, this head sculpt is just straight up the Transtech Cheetor design, but with like OG Beast Wars colors on it. It looks really nice. Like, look at this. It's just the level of detail in this head sculpt is gorgeous. The finish is fantastic. Finish is absolutely fantastic on this thing for the head. And yeah, and it's just a ball joint. And oh, the crest goes up too. So it can fold down for transformation, then pops up to be the proper Transtech Cheetor headpiece. This is a bit of a better fit than the Joker there, where the proper Joker head like barely fits inside the cavity. Like, it's a very tight fit, and you run the risk of, paint chipping at the very tip. But yeah, what else we got for posability there? Let's see. We've got, yeah, arm posability like that. Very good range of motion in the arms. Let's see. We've got these elbows here. Above the elbow, we've got a full 360 swivel. The actual posability in the elbow is more than 90 degrees, which is nice. It's got a really good range of motion here. What else we got to deal with? We got these hands too. These hands do open, which is nice. There are some alternate hands in the box as well too. I will take a look at those in a sec, because those are much more cheatery hands. And then, yeah, and we got these arm blades up here as well. Looks like the arm blades do lock in over here, so you can lock them in back there. The only thing to note is that locking them in... Oh, no, it won't impede the wrist. Sorry. So I guess the arm blades do just lock in over there. Okay. But yeah, the arm blades, sadly, they doesn't look like they really can swivel or detach or anything. They're just there for aesthetics. But I mean, hey, it changes up this mold. It gives it a bit of a different look. I can always get behind, just some aesthetic change-ups. Aesthetic change-ups are good. It makes all of these look a bit different on the shelf. And I'm going to grab the other Cheetors, the other Chrome Dome and Joker to compare to this as well once I'm done. What else we got for posability? We've got this waist swivel, 360 waist. Right? And we also have an ab crunch here. Well, not really an ab crunch, I guess, but it does have a bend here at the abs. So yeah, you can have him bend down a little bit if you so wish. If you need to bend him, if you want to just, adjust the proportions a bit here, bring it out like this, that sort of thing. Like, you have options. What else we got here? We got these universal joints here at the legs. Very good range of motion. Got a swivel over here. We got a knee bend that is more than 90 degrees. A nice knee bend. And of course we have, once I peg the foot back in, yeah, of course we have, these bends at these ankle tilts here. We have a swivel here in the ankles as well. It's a very posable figure. And then, of course, yeah, the feet can go up and down as well, too. Like so, yeah, we got the toes. But, yeah, you can get some good poses out of this guy. Nothing really gets in the way. Like, I mean, if these blades are getting in the way, you just tilt the wheels up a little bit. Like, yeah. If I do this, I just need to, bring this wheel up a bit. Like so. Yeah, or just unpeg this even. And yeah, boom, we're golden. But yeah, like, they don't really impede all that much. There's still plenty of posing you can do. But yeah, this is really nice. And we have some hand options here that are unique to Cheetor as well, as you can see. We have these, we've got just a open hand here. Looks like this is just like one of the ones that came with Chrome Dome. We've got the hand holding one that, again, was a Chrome Dome rewind. But we've got also these fingers here, which, actually, no, I think these were Chrome Dome hands too, come to think, because Chrome Dome had the needles in his hands, like, because he was Nemo Surgeon. But the thing is, I might actually put these in Cheetor because they have the added benefit of giving him cheetah claws in his hands. So I'm going to sacrifice the posability by using these, but if I use these hands instead, it's just going to give him some claws. And that actually, considering I'm not going to be transforming this guy a lot, like once he's on the shelf, like, because these hands will not really work with the transformation, which is why they're in the bag separately. But yeah, they are really, really fitting hands though for Cheetor. So let's take the other one out and plop in this hand. Again, we get these claws, which, yeah, just works really well for a guy who's supposed to turn into a cheetah. You know, it's like, it's, you know, not the greatest posing, but it works really well, like, stylistically speaking. The colors work super well in this, too. Like, I like these a lot better than the colors FunPub came up with for the Transtech design. Like, these are much nicer colors. Like, it's a mold that's very clearly Cheetor without, without being designed to be Cheetor. It's a great callback. It's a great look and aesthetic. And yeah, we have the artwork there. We have the manual. We have the file cards. And let's do a comparison with the other versions of this mold now, shall we? So doing some quick comparisons here. Here we have Cheetor next to the Joker. And here we have the two of them with Rewind and Chrome Dome. So yeah, I'll just put Joker over there. Move these ones over here. And yeah, Rewind and Chrome Dome, who I have holding hands right there. You can see that, yeah, not a lot in terms of actual sculpting changes on these figures here. Yeah, the chest is, in fact, still the same between all three of them. It's just painted differently, and it just has the coincidence of evoking that whole cheetah look there as a head. I kind of wish that they had done this in yellow, honestly, although maybe that was a limitation of how this thing was parted out. I honestly am not sure. That would be a question for MMC people, not me. But, and I get the whole idea here of breaking up the colors by not having this gold, but like having this in the yellow would have given it that whole cheetah look in alt mode, and then they could have done green eyes and stuff, and that would have looked really cool. But yeah, you can see here that, yeah, there's not many differences between all three of these toys. It's essentially just new heads on all of them. It's just a thing of that, well, they all wear it very differently with different decos and different heads. Yeah, no, these are fantastic molds. I very highly recommend picking up a version of this mold at some point down the line. I think Joker's still available in some places. The Transtech Cheetor, this one sold up pretty fast if I remember properly. But I think it's easily the nicest version of all of these. Like, I really like Joker. Joker is a fantastic concept. I think Transtech Cheetor, just with the new arm blades and everything that he has, I think it's just, that just pushes it to that much higher of a level above all of these guys. And plus, of course, comes with Rosanna, the Savior G1. And yeah, that is going to be it for this comparison. So it's Christmas Eve now. Holy cow, where did the time go? The year is almost over. And this advent calendar, well, this advent calendar itself is over now. Because, yeah, we've got all these figures just showing off in the final recap. Overall, like, there's been some fantastic stuff I've opened in this advent calendar. And, you know, it was a nice opportunity to try and catch up on all the stuff that I still have to unbox. Yeah, I'm really liking a lot of figures that in this particular round. Like, some really nice, some really cool figures I've been excited to get my hands on and to mess with, and I hope that everybody has like some fantastic gets this holiday season. Like, not just gets of the material sort. Material sort stuff is always fun, but I really hope that those of you who have, you know, like friends, family that you can spend the holiday season with, that you're able to do so, that you're able to have a great time, like, you know, not force anything, just have a fantastic holiday season, everybody. Because really, what matters is just spending time with people you care about, be they friends, be they family, be they found family, and just enjoy yourselves, everyone. With that said, this is Techno signing off. Have a Merry Christmas all.